Hey guys, this is Attila from scrapingodorty.com. In this video, I'm going to show you how to web scrape in Java using Jsoup. We're going to be scraping Amazon.com and we're going to be scraping specifically this site. I chose this site because there are a bunch of books here and we're going to scrape all of these books. And maybe we will scrape the title, the author, or whatever else. We will see. So first of all, let's go back to our ID. So the very first thing we have to know is the URL of the site. So we want to scrape this website, this web page. Specifically, we copy this URL and create a variable. All right, it's a pretty long URL. All right, now what we're gonna do is create a document object which is going to represent our page. From the Jsoup library, we can import a document. So we are creating a page which is going to be a Jsoup connect object with our URL. So now we can define here several options. For example, the user agent. Let's call it Jsoup scraper. And then what we have to always do is get and add the exceptions. All right, so now we have a connection to the page. We have to specify where the data is that we want to extract. So, for example, let's say first just get the titles of these books. We open the inspector and we see how we could select all the titles and store it in a list, an array list maybe. Okay, so after a little bit of an inspection, I came up with a selector which properly and accurately selects the titles. As you can see, it selects the titles one by one. And we are going to copy this selector. And first we just create a string variable. Let's call it book selector. So this is our CSS selector or CSS query. So in Jsoup we can use the elements class to select multiple elements from the page. Let's call it book elements. We have to use the page object, and as you can see, there are many ways to select from the DOM elements, from the HTML. You can select by class, you can select by attribute value, you can select with using all kinds of stuff. But what I really recommend using is the select function. This function needs a CSS selector, and you can always use CSS selector. So now I'm using the CSS selector. Book elements object will store these HTML elements. All right, so it will store this element right here, then this element, and so on. Create a new array list which will store the book titles. To put all the text, just the text elements into this array list, we have to iterate over the book elements. We are adding the E, but we have to make sure that e.text because as we previously discussed, the element object is stores the whole HTML, and we only need just the text. So this way we have an array list which contains just text information, just text data. And to test our scraper actually works, let's iterate over our array list. So when we run this Java code, as we can see, it works properly. We got a bunch of title names. Let's see if it's actually correct. So it's the rescue, I'm fine, neither are you, I'm fine, neither are you. So as we can see, it scrapes properly the book titles one by one. And now we have a array list of these strings of these book titles. So this is how you can scrape any website with Jsoup. There are lots of other stuff that you can do in Jsoup. I just wanted to give you a quick overview and a quick simple example to help you get started with Jsoup. So if you have any questions about Jsoup or web scraping in general, make sure to leave a comment below. And if you want to see more web scraping related videos, make sure to subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.